Hi, welcome to StepsBallroom Online. This video will condense our weeks 6 and 7 of our online series of Salsa II livestream classes. If you would like to be a part of those classes, make sure you email us at dance@stepsballroom.com. You can also find us via our social media links, which are down in the description. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you receive our updates for these classes in the future. Now this week we're going to be tackling our new pattern sequence, which is going to be cape. But before we get into the new material, let's do our pattern review. For this week's pattern review, we're going to bring in together all the patterns that we've had up to this point. So we start with 4 measures of basic, going to palm open position to lead parallel break for 4 measures. At the end of parallel break, we move into 4 measures of ronde and swivel. At the end of that sequence, we return back to basic again for 4 measures. From that point, we move into our open break series, and now we are doing the open break series without the extra basics in between. So we will start with open break to back spot turn. That will take 2 measures by itself, so we'll pad that with an additional 2 measures of basic to round out the group of 4. We'll then go to open break and target turn, which will take 2 measures. We'll pad that with an additional basic to round out the 4 measures for that block. We then go to open break plus Manhattan, which will take 2 measures, with 2 measures of basic to round out that 4. From there, we go directly into our sweetheart position. Now, sweetheart will be an 8-measure sequence, so you bring her in at the beginning on 1, 2, 3, and we continue all the way through 6, 2, 3, letting her out, going back to adding 2 measures of basic on the end of the sequence to round us out for 8 measures total for the whole sequence. At that point, we'll loop back to the beginning and repeat the whole series. Putting that pattern review together with our partner. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3 to palm, 4 to parallel. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Hold her in place for ronde. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, now back to basic. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. The arm comes down. Back spot turn. Bring her around. 3, 2, 3. The arm comes down. Target turn. Bring her around. 3, 2, 3. The arm comes down. Manhattan here. Bring her around. 3, 2, 3. Here's the sweetheart. Bring her in 1, across your 2, across on 3, across on 4, across on last one. Get her out front. 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 3. Then repeat from there. Taking that from one more angle. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3 to palm. 4 to parallel. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Hold her for ronde. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, now back to basic. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Arm comes down to the hip. Back spot turn. Bring her around. 3, 2, 3. Arm comes down to the hip. Target turn. Bring her around. 3, 2, 3. Arm comes down to the hip. Manhattan here. Bring her around. 3, 2, 3. Here's your sweetheart. Bring her in 1. Step across 2. Step across 3. Step across 4. Step across 5. Get out. Step out 6. 7, 2, 3. 8, 2, 3. Repeating the sequence from there. Our new pattern sequence for this week is going to be cape. Now because cape is an intermediate pattern, we're going to tackle this by doing the arm work before we do the footwork, and then we'll bring them both together. So we end our sweetheart position in handshake position. Normally at this point I've been telling you to go back to a standard dance frame, but instead we're going to stay here in the handshake position, and then you're going to ask for the second hand underneath. So we have right arm over left arm. It doesn't matter whether you're the man or the lady in this position. It's always right arm over left arm. From here, we're going to lift the right arm up like we're doing a natural turn. The lady is going to turn to her right under the arm, and as she does that, we're going to flip the arms over so that the left arm is now high and the right arm is now low. So we start in the position right over left. After the first turn, the lady will be left hand high, right hand low. The end of that rotation for the lady, the gentleman is going to adjust his body 90 degrees to the left of his original starting position. We're now going to pull the lady behind us for the next several steps. So you're going to use your fingertips on your left hand to guide her, pulling her across, noticing that when she comes to the other side, I've dropped my left hand down, but I brought my right arm up. So I'm now right high, left low. She's not going to travel in front of us, but as she travels in front of us, she's going to do a tightrope turn, flip-flop, flipping around in front of the gentleman. So the curved space in front of the gentleman, the steps are going to be side, side, side as you step with your left foot starting flip, flop, flip, going around the man. Notice that as we go through that turn, let's bring it back around. Notice that as we go through that turn, we go from right arm up, left arm low, to flip, flop, flip, to left arm up, right arm low. So as the lady went around the position, gentlemen, you literally just shifted the arms over the top. From here we repeat. We have the run around behind. Run, 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 run. Then we have the turn in front. Turn, 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 turn. Then we go for our third turn, or third set. Run, 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 run. And then on this third set, which is our final set, we're going to send her through the turn, but at the end, we're going to bring the left hand all the way down and close it off. So she's going to go turn, 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 and we bring the left arm down and meet her wherever she balances out. So gentlemen, you were facing front. You may have to make a small shift at the end to find your partner. Because she's turning backwards and blind in this, we're going to adjust to the lady. From here, we will magic finger shift back to dance frame position, taking it back out into the basic. Now that we've tackled the arm work for our cape pattern, let's talk about the footwork, starting with the gentleman's footwork. The goal for the gentleman in this is to maneuver the lady through the arm gestures. So our footwork is relatively simple, and it's designed to make it easier for the lady to get around as we go. So as we start into the motion, and I'm going to turn sideways for this so that I'm facing front for the duration, we dance our regular basic in that double handshake position, right hand over left. So we have 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, we do more or less another basic leading an underarm turn, turning to the gentleman's left, lady's right, stepping 1, 2 for rock step, and then side for 3. We're going to lift the right arm up to the lady's shoulder. Now, in most natural turns, we're doing the same arm as side. Here, we're cross lifting across the body, but straight up from her shoulder so that she knows it's an underarm turn. As she negotiates this part of the turn, you're going to rock backwards for the first 2 steps, rock, step for quick, quick, and then on slow, or 3, you're going to turn to face the front of your positioning. You're going to turn 90 degrees to your left to step together. So we turn to adjust our bodies perpendicular to the lady. The lady will have negotiated the turn and is still facing the way that she started. Gentlemen, you have turned 90 degrees left and you are perpendicular to your lady. She is on your right shoulder. So again, we're here at the end of 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. We start the sequence. 1, 2, lift. 2, adjust your body. From here, for the next 4 measures, you are dancing a box step as we go through the motion. So you're going to step, tiny step forward, small step side, step together. Then your right foot will step, tiny step backwards, small step side, then together. We do this motion as the lady is maneuvering around. And the goal of this is that as she is moving behind us, moving from your right to your left, you are moving to the right and forward to create space for her to travel behind you. Then as she turns in front of you, you are stepping backward, and as she's coming across to the right, you are moving across to the left to create space for her to do this gesture. This does two things. Number one, it counterbalances it, which allows you to try and keep things more stable. The second thing it does is it basically gets you out of her way so she doesn't have to run around the full diameter of your body. She's only going around a small portion because we're shaping around her motion. So after we get there on 2, 2, 3, we pull her behind and we step 3, 2, 3. We turn her in front and step 4, 2, 3. We pull her behind again, stepping 5, 2, 3. We turn her in front, 6, 2, 3. We go around for the third set here, 7, 2, 3. And then an 8, 2, 3 as we close up, 8, 2, 3. Again, depending on how much the lady turns, she may end up immediately in front of you at the end of that close the arm down, or she may end up slightly offset to you. If she's offset to you, as you step back, 8, 2, 3, you just find her wherever she is. That way we make the lady look like she hit it on the nail every single time through that motion, regardless of how far she actually rotates through that final turn. Wherever you find her, you'll end up left hand over right. You're simply going to go back to standard dance frame as we step out of the motion, going basic 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, connecting back to our sequence from there. So let's take that again. But this time we're going to smooth out the tempo and take it at speed. We're going to start facing the same direction. We're going to start in a double handshake position, right hand over left. We are going to start with 4 measures of basic. So we have 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. We start the pattern. 1, 2, lift. Lady turns adjust 3. 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2, 3, finish 8, 2, 3, basic 2, 3, continue from there. Now the ladies part for this pattern is a little more challenging. The steps are not overly complex. What I have you doing here are relatively simple steps. The challenge is the speed at which we have to do them and the amount of distance that you have to cover in that time frame. So when you're doing this solo by yourself, it's going to feel a little unwieldy and we're going to have to work our way up to it. When we do this pattern, one of the best ways to practice is to get some sort of round object that you can set in front of you that you can use as your partner, your substitute partner while practicing just the footwork. If you don't have anything that you can use, a bar stool is kind of ideal, something small that you can stand in front of you that you're not going to mind bumping into a little bit as you're trying to work through the motion. Now, if this is my substitute partner, I dance my basic, I'm in handshake position, so we dance our 4 measures of basic going in, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. He's going to step you back for another back rock on the first measure of our sequence for Kate. We step, rock, step, side for 1, 2, 3. He's going to lift your right arm up. Now it's going to go up like a natural turn, so when we get that lift here, we know that we turn underneath the arm. Just like the other natural turns that we've done in salsa so far, the type of footwork we'll use to do that is the walk around turn or that about face pivot turn. So as we're here, you step underneath going about face step. Up until this moment, it's not really clear that you're doing Kate. You've just done your normal underarm turn from that gesture. Once we reach this point, you will notice that he's turned perpendicular to you, and this is where it becomes clear that we're setting up for Kate. Ideally, you're going to be on the shoulder or slightly behind his right shoulder as we do the motion. If you are still in front of his shoulder, the alignment that you have is going to make the getting through the first part of this gesture really, really difficult. So as you finish the turn, the proper alignment to be in is here. You want to think that you're going to be cheating behind him. So take your eyes across behind his back. Now your left arm is up at this point. Your right arm is low. You're going to feel him pull you forward to make you take those forward steps. And as you do that, he is going to bring the arm down and switch arms behind his back. The steps here are relatively simple. It's just 3 forward run steps going behind him, forward, 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 starting with the right foot. The goal, however, is to get from the slight back of shoulder on the right to the slight front of his shoulder on the left. So you really kind of have to take large steps to get there. Now it has to be controlled, so you can't just leap through the motion, but you want to take your steps, run, 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 putting yourself on the slight front of his left shoulder. Now from here, the second part of the step is where we do our turn. The turn tracks in front of the man. The type of turn we're going to do with our feet is our tightrope turn or our chain turn. However, what makes it complicated is that it is not on a straight line, it's on a curved line. So instead of our tightrope going off into space, it's going to curve around in front of him, which means that as you're standing here on your right foot after the runs, your first step is on the left foot. You're going to step sideward, but keep turning so that you end up facing him as you step 1. That's not the hard part of the turn. The second turn here is the hard part because we're going to turn more than 180 degrees with our right foot as we step side on our right foot, rotating more than 180 degrees to our right, stepping 2. So you want to be basically back to front with him at this point. Then the third leg is going to come around and step side again. As we continue to flip through this turn, you're going to step 3. And then you'll notice that if you curved around the front of the man and doing that, you're either back on the shoulder or slightly behind the shoulder again. We set up for these turns 3 times in a row. So that was my first turn. My second turn then goes run, run, run. Then I have turn, turn, turn. I'm going to go through again, run, run, run. Then I have my final turn, 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 turn. And he's going to bring the arm down. Don't worry about over-rotating so much. You'll have less control because of the speed of it. The man will cheat to you wherever you happen to be at that point. So as long as you land and you are on your left foot so that your right foot is free for the next step, you're in a good position. We will then just simply rock back into basic, 2, 3, and 2, 2, 3. Now the speed is a challenge, the balance is a challenge. One of the things that will help us on the balance is making sure that we spot for our man. So this is a tightrope turn, so it is going to be a spot to him as we go around, and it's a fast spot with the head. So as I get to here, as I'm stepping, run, 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 the first thing that gets to my man is not my shoulders or my feet, it's my eyes. I look at him here, see him. Now as I start this turn, my head's going to stay behind as long as possible, and then when it can't stay behind anymore, it's going to snap around and get back to him on the other side, which is going to allow you to flip that extra energy over for the third part of the turn. So you're going to keep your eyes on your man as long as you can through the turn to maneuver the space. So we want to be able to take that and go to that smoother, more up-tempo rhythm as we practice. However, when you're doing it by yourself, it's actually harder to do it by yourself than it is to do with your partner. The reason for that is that your partner gives you an extra, quite a bit of assistance as we're going through the motion. As he's flipping the arms through the turn, that's going to help give you the momentum to do the turn. As he pulls you behind, that's going to give you the momentum to do that motion. So trying to do it by yourself is more difficult, not to mention the fact that our substitute partner here is a static partner. So since he's not moving out of our way, we actually have to travel the full distance. So you want to do your best when you do it by yourself. Don't go faster than you feel like you can control. You will be able to take it faster with your partner with the assistance that you can do by yourself. So we're going to start in that double handshake position. right hand over left. We start with our regular basic 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. We start the cape. 1, 2. He lifts. Turn, 2, 3. Run, run, run. Turn, turn, turn. Run, run, run. Turn, turn, turn. Run, run, run. Turn and finish. Basic 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now, as you're practicing this, if you do it multiple times in a row, obviously we will get dizzy relatively quickly. Now, as we get dizzy, remember that there's really two kinds of dizzy. There's real dizzy, where the inner ear fluid in your ear is spinning because you've been turning so much. And then there's fake dizzy. The real dizzy, when you have the inner ear fluid turning, the only thing you can do that is if you've been turning to the right, we've been turning to the right, we've been turning to the right, take a moment and just walk a slow circle to the left. This is like being in a backyard pool. Somebody gets the water spinning in one direction. The way you calm it is by turning around and walking into the current, and that'll settle it down. Now, fake dizzy are the things that we do that hurt us in turns, that make us dizzier before we actually have turned that much. Number one, don't soft focus your eyes. If you see the room blur as you go around the motion, you'll be dizzy within a turn. So you want to focus on your partner as you're going through that gesture. That's going to make sure that as we spot for him, that's going to help solidify the room for you so that you don't get the motion blur. It's like being in a shaky cam movie. Some people get really nauseous at that. It's the same principle here. If you see the motion blur, your brain is going to interpret that and make you dizzier faster. The second thing is that honestly, the more you turn, the more you build up a tolerance to it. It's like drinking. The more you do it, the better you are at it. So as you work on these, pace yourself, take breaks if you need to, unwind yourself, don't make yourself so dizzy that you fall down. Then we'll take this with our partner and put it together as a full sequence. Now that we have the footwork and the arm work, we're going to combine it with starts and stops to see the individual positions as we go through the motion. So we start in our handshake position, left arm underneath as we finish after sweetheart. We're going to dance that our basic 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. We set up for the turn on 1, going 1, 2, 3. Lady goes through the turn. 2, 2, 3 with the man adjusting at the end of that set. Then the lady runs behind as the man shifts. 3, 2, 3. She turns in front. 4, 2, 3. She runs behind. 5, 2, 3. She turns in front. 6, 2, 3. She runs behind. 7, 2, 3. She turns in front. 8, 2, 3. Close it off. Dance out basic 2, 3. Recover from there. All right, now let's take that without starts and stops, a little bit more up tempo all the way through. Ready? 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. We start the cape. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 7, 2. Last one. Close it off. 8. Now basic 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Continuing with the series from there. Keep practicing cape over the course of this week. Next week, we're going to bring that in and link it to our whole sequence. We're also going to work on mixing things up, changing the number of basics, changing the order of patterns so that we are feeling like we can dance something that's a little bit more unique. We're not always dancing the same sequence over and over and over again. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit all those YouTube buttons down below. It really helps out the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'm happy to respond. If you'd like to be a part of our live stream classes, again, make sure you email us or reach out to us via social media. But keep practicing, and I will see you in our next lesson.